this session, I want to explain about user coordinate system, about line comment and polyline comment. So I want to explain about user coordinate system first. The abbreviation of user coordinate system in this software is UCSI. On-off all no origin selectable properties. On means display the UCS icon. Off, when you press off, the UCS icon disappear. And when you want to repeat the same order in the timeline, in the command line, press enter or spacebar. You can see the repeated requested order. And all applies changes to the icon in all active viewports. Otherwise, UCS icon affects only the current viewports. No origin that I prefer this choice. Display the icon at the lower left corner of the viewport regardless of the location of the UCS origin. And the origin, it is 0, 0 in X and in Y direction. When you select origin, the UCS icon moves to origin of the software, displays the icon at the origin 0, 0, 0 of the current UCS. If the origin is out of view, it's displayed at the lower left corner of the viewport. Selectable controls whether the UCS icon is selectable and can be manipulated with the grips. Can select and change. Properties display the UCS icon dialog box in which you can control the style, visibility, and location of the UCS icon. You can change the light white, color, or stuff like that for the coordinate system. But I prefer no origin. And when you want to exit from comment, you can press accept on the keyboard. Well, I want to talk about line comment. The line object is the most basic and common object in AutoCAD drawing of any discipline. Each segment is a line object that can be edited separately, assigning properties such as layer, line type, and line weight. The simplest method to draw a line is to click two locations in the drawing area. However, you will want your drawing to be much more precise. You can select this part or you can type in command line. You can select in this area for the first point, or you can type, for example, 10 for X direction, tab 10 for Y direction. And for the next point, you can choose length and angular or the direction. For example, 10 less than key 0 angular. less than key, 90 angle. With wheel of mouse, you can zoom in the object. And another line, 20, tab 20 for the first point. It is 0 angular, and 90, 180, 270, or minus 90 angular. 40, less than key, minus 90. You can draw with ortho. When you press ortho or F8, you can draw a line in 0 angular, 90 angular, 180 angular, and minus 90 angular. Ortho on, 20 meter, 10. When you move mouse, you can draw a line and escape to exit the order. And when you want to draw rectangular, you can select line, minus 10, tab 10, ortho is on, 10, spacebar, 20, spacebar, 10, spacebar. You can choose C to close and the last line. And about polylines. A polyline is a connected sequence of line segments created as a single object. Specify the first point of the polyline, specify the end point of the first segment, continue specifying segment endpoints as needed, press enter to end or enter C to close the polyline. Ortho off. C. The difference between line and polylines. When you want to select this line with line command, you can delete or change, but when you want to change this line with polyline, select all of the objects, draw by polylines. Delete or undo. In the next session, I want to explain about other commands. Talk about the circles and ellipse. First, circle. To create circles, you can specify various combinations of center, radius, diameter, points on a circumference, and points on other objects. You can create circle in several ways. The default method is to specify the center and the radius. Click one point or type want to change to diameter, type D. For example, or 30, tab 30 for the next 3 point. Draw a circle tangent to other objects. The tangent point is a point where an object touches another object without intersecting it. To create a circle that is tangent to other objects, select the objects and then specify the radius of the circles. For example, for tangent, create a circle tangent at 3 points. Set running object snaps to the tangent and use 3 points method to create the circle, like this. The next command is ellipse. Create an ellipse or an elliptical arc. You can draw the ellipse for 3 point, 2 point, and the center 3 separate points. The first 2 points of the ellipse determine the location and the length of the first axis. The third point determines the distance between the center of the ellipse and the end point of the second axis. Points. Two-point with center. For example, this one, this one. Elliptical arc. Create an elliptical arc. The first 2 points of the elliptical arc determine the location and length of the first axis. The third point determines the distance between the center of the elliptical arc and the end points of the second axis. The fourth and fifth points are the start and end angles. For example, first point, second point, point, draw ellipse, fourth point, and fifth point. For example, this elliptical arc. In the next session, I want to explain about another comment.